One of them with us now, the Shadow Home Secretary James Cleverly. Does that give you a warm, fuzzy feeling?
Well, look, I was always confident that if I could get to conference, which is an environment where I'm very comfortable, I've campaigned with the members of this party for many, many, many years. I was the party chairman when we won that 2019 general election so convincingly. This is very much an environment where I feel comfortable, and I'm very pleased that your polling shows what I've always known, which is I'm absolutely in the running to be the next leader of the Conservative Party, and with my plan to lift the burden of taxation from the British people, increase our defence spending and get our party back into government, I'm the right guy for the job.
Do you support Israel's ground operation in Lebanon?
I do, and the reason why is for what I've always said. Israel has the right to defend itself. Israel has been at the receiving end of rockets from Hamas, who are embedded within Lebanese society. I love Lebanon. I've been to Beirut. I've spoken with representatives of many of the parts of Lebanese society on a very, very regular basis. But Hezbollah are doing huge damage, not just to Israel, but to the Lebanese people. Those rockets have been raining down for months, and Israel has now taken action. My support has always come with the caveat that Israel must continue to adhere to international humanitarian law, but they absolutely have the right to defend themselves.
Would you wear the same Hamas terrorist hoodies that Robert Jenrick's been wearing around conference?
Well, look, what Robert does is a question that you need to put to Robert. I prefer to be more traditionally dressed when I address members of our party and our supporters. The fact is, I was the Home Secretary who prescribed Hezb ut-Tahrir, who I ejected foreign national criminals from this country. I deprived people of their British citizenship because they had a desire to destroy our country and murder our people. So I know exactly where I stand on this, but I don't feel that I need to wear a T-shirt to prove it.
OK, let's keep it punchy, lots to get through. Do you think the Star of David should be displayed at all ports of entry to the UK, as suggested by Robert Jenrick?
Well, I'm not quite sure exactly what Rob was making reference to.
He wants the Israeli flag as a sign that people who are in Israel, he wants it on one of the lanes as you come through to show that we are in huge support of the people of Israel.
Right, I think what he's making reference to is proposals that I was very supportive of to have Israel as one of the nations that you can use e-gates. That is a special channel that speeds up people coming through British border control. I'd be very comfortable. Israel, a very close partner. I'd be very comfortable for Israel using e-gates. And people from Israel should know, and Jews in Britain should know, that this is a welcoming and supportive country for them. And that's the point that I made when I was Home Secretary and I was talking to the police about the Gaza protests.
OK, as a military man, do you agree with Robert Jenrick that SAS kill rather than capture terrorists because otherwise, under EU law, they'd be freed?
So again, you're going to have to ask Robert to justify that statement. That's not something which I have heard. That's not something which I'm comfortable kind of repeating. As I say, if Robert is able to justify that, I think he should. The British military always abide by international humanitarian law, the law of armed conflict. I was about to say some of the most. No, we have the most professional military in the world. Our military do not murder people.
Your views on maternity pay?
Well, it is an essential way of making sure that half the talent of this country, women, can fully take part in the world of work. It is a game changer. It is absolutely key. What I've said, actually, when it comes to working mums, is the cost of childcare is far, far, far too high. And rather than taxing those working mums so we can subsidise the overly bureaucratic and overly expensive childcare sector, we should find ways of bringing down the costs of childcare so that mums who want to go back to work are able to do so.
Views on the winter fuel allowance?
Again, quick fire.
Yeah.
The Labour Party are lying about their rationale. The figures that they inherited were in the public domain. They knew exactly what the state of the British economy was, and they did not have to give a £9 billion pay rise to public sector unions. They chose to do that. And they chose to strip the winter fuel payments with almost no notice, and there are people in my constituency who use that to buy fuel oil. They now don't have the money to do so, and the tanks of fuel that they rely on, because they're not on the gas grid, will sit empty this winter, and they will go cold because of this dishonest and pernicious attack by Labour on pensioners.
You've received just over £90,000 in donations towards your campaign and gratuities and the like, according to your registered interests. How closely do you vet donations that you receive?
Well, all the donations I've received are from people who are registered donors with the Conservative Party. The party does the due diligence on donors. I'm very proud of the fact that people feel that I am the right person to lead our party and lead our party back into government. And I'm very, very pleased that they, in part, have shown that support through donating to my campaign.
Would you have accepted the 75 grand from Philip Ullman that was given to Robert Jenrick, with a company, 3 payments, no staff, £330,000 in liabilities?
Well, again, Kay, you'll have to ask other candidates to explain what's going on in their campaigns.
I'm asking you whether you would have accepted it.
But the point I'm saying, Kay, is that is a donation to a different campaign. I think it's the duty of that campaign to explain why they're taking donations from any given individuals. I am very happy to explain
whether you would have taken it.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Kay, that I will justify the actions of my campaign. The other candidates will have to justify the actions of their campaigns.
Would you have accepted that money?
As I say, Kay,
I love it when you say my name as though it's like my mum's talking to me on a Sunday morning.
But Kay, you keep asking me the same question. You're going to keep getting the same answer.
I know, because you've not answered it.
Donations, no, I have answered it. Donations to other campaigns need to be justified by those campaigns. Okay. I'm not going to.
OK, your old boss, Liz Truss, was speaking at party conference yesterday. She says that if Trump won, it would really cheer her up. Do you share that view?
Well, I've worked with the President Trump administration when I was in the Foreign Office, and I've worked with President Biden's administration when I was Foreign Secretary, and I worked very, very well with both. As a leader of the opposition, and ultimately as someone who aspires to be Prime Minister, it would be wrong of me to suggest the UK supports one candidate more than the other. It is in our national interest that we maintain very good relations with whoever becomes the next President of the United States of America. So I've worked with the Trump administration, and they were responsible for the Abraham Accords when I was the Middle East Minister, which was a game changer. I thought that was a very, very positive step. But I've also worked extensively with the Biden administration supporting Ukraine in its self-defense.
That was a freebie for you. Tom Tugendhat committed to capping net migration at 100,000. Robert Jenrick saying tens of thousands. What's your cap?
Well, there's no point in just saying a number. We've tried that before, and the British people didn't believe us. What we need to do is not just say stuff, but do stuff. When I was Home Secretary, I put changes in place to our visa regime, which is now bringing net migration down by about 300,000 people per year. So I have taken action. Talk is easy. action's harder. I've always taken action rather than just talking. And the number of people has been far, far, far too high, far too high.
Okay.
But the number of people that we need will vary from year to year. And just setting an arbitrary figure, which the British people don't believe anyway, I'm not sure is the right way forward.
Okay. Lots of pictures of you in the paper today doing push-ups in your best shoes. How many did you do?
I only did 10 that time round. As you know, I was at the, your viewers probably won't, I was at the Cancer Research UK stand here at conference. Susie, as I know you and I have discussed on a number of occasions, has successfully, with the help of the NHS, battled breast cancer. I wanted to show my support. I'd done a press-up challenge to raise money for that charity, and I was doing a little bit of a press-up challenge there on their stand.
Good, and she's looking absolutely fantastic. I'm glad she's in rude health again. What's in the goodie bags that you're giving out?
Well, we've got a power bank. We have got a little wallet to remind people that under my leadership they'll be able to keep more of their own money through lower taxes. We have got some nice lanyards to hold people's passes. We have got some nice reusable coffee cups. We've got some water bottles that say no leaks with cleverly. We've got a tote.
Clever.
We've got a tote bag.
Oh, a tote bag. Yeah.
Everyone loves
lovely.
a tote bag.
Excellent. Well, good luck with the speech. Let us know how you get on. Please come and talk to us again whenever you want to.
Will do. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.